Okay, this is chapter 3.2, problem 4. It says apply the transformation to the original quadratic function. Now when it says original here, it does not mean the parent function. What it means is the function that they give you in this case. That's the original. Okay, so they say let the graph of g be a translation 3 units right, 2 units up, followed by a reflection in the y-axis. So we've got a translation 3 units right. That's a left and right. 2 units up, that's an up and down, so that's outside, followed by a reflection in the y-axis. Well, to reflect in the y, that's an inside thing. You have that changes the x-coordinates, so that's a left and right thing to reflect in the y-axis. Okay, so we got 2 insides and an outside. Alright, so g of x equals f of x. I've got nothing that multiplies out front, so I'll just go ahead and do this. Alright, and I've got to go 2 units to the right, and I've got to reflect in the y-axis. Well, to reflect in the y-axis, we multiply by a negative. And to go 3 units to the right, we subtract 3, because remember, everything inside is backwards. The only thing that's not backwards is reflections. Alright, so that reflects, that goes to the right, and this one right here will go up, plus 2. Okay? So what we're going to do is everything inside their parentheses, we're going to plug in for x. Everything outside the parentheses, and even if there's something out front, everything outside the parentheses, we are going to put this in brackets and put it outside either front or back. Okay? So inside the parentheses, I forgot to put g of x. So g of x equals, now I'll put my brackets. Now instead of writing x squared, I'm going to write negative x minus 3 squared minus 5 times negative x minus 3, and then outside the brackets, I'm going to put a plus 2. Okay? So from here, I just need to start distributing. Multiply everything out and then combine it. Alright? Multiply everything out and then combine it. Well, to multiply out this negative x minus 3 squared, it's a square binomial, you got to multiply, you got to write it out twice and distribute. So negative x times negative x is x squared. Negative x times negative 3 is positive 3x. Negative 3 times negative x is, that's a 9, not a 3. I don't know where that 9 came from. Wasn't even thinking about a 9. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, and that combines to x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay? So, I can come over here, write g of x, parentheses, and then instead of all of this, I can write x squared plus 6x plus 9, and then distribute the 5. So that's negative 5 times negative x is positive 5x, and negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. Combine my terms. And I'll combine my terms, but you notice how we're not multiplying the brackets by anything. There's nothing being multiplied. There's nothing to distribute out here. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop the brackets at this point. Okay, and just start combining terms. So g of x equals, well, I have 1x squared. I got 6 plus 5 is 11x. 9, 15, and 2, that's what, 24, 25, 26, that's 26. And that would be your final answer. So to translate 3 units right, 2 units up, and then follow it by a reflection in the y-axis, that would be the new equation if this was your original. Alright, let's try problem 5. Letter B, let the graph of h be a translation. 4 units left, 1 unit down, followed by a reflection in the y-axis. Actually, Here we go. Actually, I'm gonna call that a reflection in the x-axis. I'm gonna go ahead and change the problem right here because I think your version is now going to say x-axis. Okay. I just got to go back and change it, and that's fine because I want to prove a point. All right, so here we go. We're going to go 4 units left. Well, that's a left and right. 1 unit down. That's an up and down. Followed by a reflection in the x-axis. Remember, reflecting in the x changes the y. That's not left and right. That's an up. So that's an up and down. So we got 2 outside and an inside this time. So rewrite your original. We've got g of x. Well, they want h. Write a rule for h. H of x equals f of x. Now, inside, we only got to go 4 units left, so we'll add 4 to the inside because everything is backwards. Outside, we're going 1 unit down, so I'll subtract 1, and reflecting in the x-axis. So that's a negative on the outside. Okay? So, again, anything inside, you plug in to the x, you substitute x with an x plus 4, and anything outside goes outside the brackets. So here we go. H of x equals negative bracket, and we'll go 2 times x squared. Well, x is x plus 4 squared. Okay. Plus x, which again, so that'll be another x plus 4. Close your brackets. And then we got a minus 1 on the outside. So this one's a little bit different, but hey, we can deal with it. So I'm going to start off by just multiplying everything out. So I've got to multiply out x plus 4 squared. Just like the last one. Write it out twice. X plus 4. X plus 4. And I'm going to go ahead and drag over the 2 as well. Alright, and I'll show you where that comes in as well. So, x times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 4 is 16. Which that combines to x squared plus 8x plus 16. And then if I distribute the 2, that's 2x squared plus 16x plus 32. Okay, I went ahead and brought the 2 over so that I could distribute all that. Alright? So that I ended up multiplying out the entire piece, not just that x plus 4. So h of x equals negative bracket. We've got 2x squared plus 16x plus 32. And there's nothing to distribute out here, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop the parentheses at this point. So there's nothing to distribute, we don't need the parentheses. Minus 1. Now you have a choice. You can go ahead and distribute the negative, this negative out front, or you can combine your terms first. So I'm going to combine my terms first. Yeah, I know it's just a negative, but let's see heading plus negative 3 out there. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way you go. This just feels easier to me. Alright, so I've got a 2x squared. 16 plus x is 17x. 32 plus 4 is 36. And the dogs are over there going crazy, if you can hear that in the background. So now I'll distribute that negative to everything, which basically all that does is flip the signs. H of x equals negative 2x squared minus 17x minus 36 minus 1. So your final answer is h of x equals negative 2x squared minus 17x minus 37. And that will be your final answer. Alright? Have at it.